Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Sorry I missed a show yesterday, but I was doing a black metal mix for a one-man band. It was his debut single that he'd put together. Pretty cool to work on that stuff and get these people started out. He'd done all MIDI instruments in it as well because he can't play any instruments, so I had to do a couple of tips and tricks to get it to sound nice, but it came out good in the end. He was very, very pleased with it and told me he's going to be back for more in the future. Love to hear it. But I'm having a pretty black metal week this week. We had something on the grindcore day, which was absolutely amazing. Then Tuesday's video, I've just been listening to the Seth track again. That track is absolute friggin' masterpiece. Sends shivers up my spine, that kind of music. Blasting, nasty black, but with an atmospheric, emotional, sad side to it as well. Uplifting and just got a bigness to it as well. Jeez, that is some of the most killer music you can listen to, period. If you missed Tuesday's video, and even if you missed the grindcore video as well on Monday, head back and check those ones out because we have had some absolutely amazing bands on this week. Today we're going to check out great friend of the channel, probably been on the channel the most now because he makes a ton of music. He loves sending it into the show. He loves me talking about his music and getting promoted via the channel as well, which is what it's all about. So he's getting a lot out of the channel as well, which is dope. We checked out his heavy, atmospheric, nasty trap metal track the other week, and today he sent over the whole EP, although it's only 7.5 minutes long, this EP, so it is just a short one, and it's kind of set up around Halloween, although I did miss the date for that one, unfortunately, but we're still feeling a bit Halloween-y still, so we're going to listen to this one today and get some very, very nasty trap metal on the channel again. Now, I was going to say I enjoy this guy's music, and I do enjoy this guy's music, but I don't enjoy it in a nice way. I enjoy it because this guy makes some of the nastiest, most unsettling sounds that I've literally ever heard, especially come out of a human as well. That's what really kind of I enjoy about this guy's stuff. It's just how much it makes me really feel on edge inside listening to it. It's a harsh sound. It's really, it's almost like listening to nails down a chalkboard. But in a good way, It's like it's a sound that just it sounds bad to human ears and sounds nasty, but the way he works it and the way he puts it into the music is very, very cool. So as much as you can say you enjoy this guy's music, it's not. It's something where you put it on because you want to get kind of brutalized by his voice. It's not something you just put on for a chill or just to vibe out with or something like that, because it's just such a harsh sound. It would be like putting on the sound of someone, just kind of screaming into a mic to listen to as well. It's not that kind of music, and I'm sure he knows that. He's not creating music that you sit down with the family and listen to. He's set out to put you on edge, I'm pretty sure, with his throat, and if he hasn't, he feels like he hasn't done well on that track, So I get it, what it's all about. It's just very, very unsettling music to listen to. So this EP is called Dark Prison. I think it's 3 tracks. I'm not quite sure. How many did he say? Yeah, 3 tracks on here. We've listened to one of them. We're going to give it a spin because it's only 7.5 minutes long. Let's just enjoy it.
I am not what you think I am. You are what you think I am.
Just harsh.
They did a nice job on the track as well though. The sounds bounce across your ear in a cool way. It's nice and bassy. It's got a distortion to it, which all works well with the vocal. There's just a real clarity to the recording of the vocal. It really comes through over your ears with all the gravel and saliva at the back of his throat. There you go. That's Tear Out My Eyes. We'll just keep it spinning now. We'll go straight through it. The next one is Animal Instinct, which will be a new one that we haven't heard yet. Cool. It's interesting how the sound's coming through on the stereo. You can see there's a force down the middle, and then a lot of spread out, phased atmospheric sounds in there as well to make it nice and wide. That's why I love having that stuff on the screen so that you can check it out every time, see what the sound's doing in terms of the stereo field. Lets you know what different types of music, how they're kind of spread out in that way. I think it's interesting. Cool. Shorter one that by the looks of things. Good sounds that support the vocal in a good way, heavy, bassy, distorted, create a chunk and a thickness that you'd normally get from guitars and stuff like that, and it supports the vocal in a nice way. So I think it's cool. They do a good job of it.
Don't fucking listen. I'm stuck inside the system.
Now, just after a first listen, if you want a quick EP review in terms of what tracks I kind of enjoyed more than the others and stuff like that, I'm going to say in terms of the music, I like that last track there. What was it called? Dark Prison. Because what I liked about that is the sound was very oppressive in that one as well. Loud, like obnoxious, distorted, had a drive and a harshness to it, and it was in your face, really in your face in terms of the sounds and the punch of it all. I think that was very, very cool. I like it when electronic music is just as big and as heavy and as loud and kind of in your face as any guitar music as well, where they've used distortions, big, deep, bassy sounds, glitchy stuff, breaking it up, chopping it up, and I think that just works well. That's kind of the electronic stuff I enjoy the most, because it brings the energy, it brings the power, just like any metal band does as well. And I think they really captured that nicely on that last track there. But in terms of the vocal and the way the vocals were recorded, I do think Tear Out My Eyes had the clarity, had the way that it was recorded, and the volume of the vocal right in the mix, where it hits. His vocal's so nasty and harsh, it can hit you, you know, when it comes in. And that track, it's got places where the vocal hits you and you just go, oh man, Jesus. But I think if they could get a nice mixture of the vocal there, the loudness, the clarity, the way it was recorded for Tear Out My Eyes, but with the punchy, in your face, over the top, electronic, glitchy stuff that we had in Dark Prison, yes, that would be the stuff I would be creaming over the most, because those are the elements of this music that really caught my ear. Because trap metal, I like it. I like to check it out and see what it's all about, but it's not yet caught my attention to where I go, man, this is hot shit. This sounds amazing. But I think if more and more bands were to head down the very harsh vocal route, but with in-your-face, loud, distorted, just big music like you get from metal, that would be the formula that I would kind of get on board with the most, I think. Because some of these trap metal guys, you know, they just use trap music. And I think just screaming over trap isn't A, trap metal, and B, doesn't tick the boxes that it needs to for this kind of music. For me, as I say, it's going to be big and loud and obnoxious within the sound, with a harshness in the vocal, bringing the metal through the vocal. So yeah, these guys, they've got all the elements there nicely. I think they just need to kind of pull them all together in just the right way. And these guys will be doing something very, very nice. But I enjoyed it a lot. It's got a good sound to it. It's got a good power and drive. You know, it's not weak and anything like that. So they did a nice job on this one. Nice to get a short EP as well. I think 7.5 minutes is quite short for an EP, but around a 12-minute mark, I think is a good length if you write in standard length kind of tracks for an EP nowadays, because everyone's got 15 minutes spare to check out an EP. Not as many people have got an hour spare to check out an 8 or 9, 10 track album. I know I haven't. And when I see an album come through now and it's like an hour and 10 minutes long, I'm far more likely to skip over it, or maybe just dash through the video and see a bit here, see a bit there, than if it's just a 7.5 minute to 12-minute EP where I'll just slap it on while I'm kind of cruising the net and have it on for the whole thing and then check something else out. So I think it's a good idea going forward to put out a ton of singles if you can. Just pump out the singles, because it means you're always putting something out. It means you're keeping up with people, you know, you're reminding people that you exist. And this guy does that as well, putting out a lot of singles. You can overdo it though. Don't go over the top. You know, you don't need a new single every week. But maybe one every month to 6 weeks is a good idea, just to keep your name up there and in people's minds, and give them something fresh to check out. And because it is just a single, probably going to have a lot more time to actually do that than if you just you know, once every 18 months put out a 10-track album, and then you forgot about within like 2 or 3 days, because most people haven't had a chance to listen to it. So I think with the way things are today, with, you know, the internet and people wanting to check out short videos, clips of this, clips of that, just move on and move on and move on, consume as many different things as they can. Putting out singles, putting out short EPs, I think might be the way to go. So this guy's doing a lot of cool things, ticking a lot of the right boxes, and I just like that he's so active within the community, working with a bunch of other people and shouting them out and all the rest of it, and, you know, kind of G'ing people up and pulling people along for the ride. Sick! Really, really cool. Hope you had a good day today, guys. We'll see you around tomorrow. Bye.